Hey, what's up, my friend? It's Liam Davis here, and in this video, I wanted to tell you a story about why it's so important. Hold on one second. Why it's so important to stay humble and to just drop the ego sometimes. Just to stay humble and drop the ego. A couple of years ago, I was sitting at my computer. This was 2013. I was sitting at my computer in about 1:30 a.m. I was just working on my business, or at the time, I was probably just working on my business, just doing busy work that never really got me anywhere, but I still felt like I was doing something. That's probably what I was doing, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I was sitting there, 1 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning, but it's kind of redundant saying in the morning, isn't it? But I was sitting there, and I got an email that came through. And I usually, if I get an email that comes through, I don't immediately read it, but I caught the title of this email and it said, "You are invited to an event in Miami." I'm like, what? And what is this? So I opened it up, and what it was is my leader, my mentor Dave, he was throwing a private event for his team members, and the for the event it was being held in Miami, and basically all you had to do to get there was to be all in on his team, which I was, and to just get your ticket, get yourself there, get your butt to Miami. So that's exactly what I did. At the time I was working, I took some time off my job. I bought my plane tickets and I bought my hotel, which kind of cost quite a lot. It took me about 30 hours to not fly there, but to travel there from my home to the point where I got to my hotel. But it was all completely worth it because over these 3 days that I was there, I learned some incredible stuff that I use to this day. But here's the story that I really want to tell you is on the third day, after 2 days of learning, the third day was just us having fun on a yacht. Just having fun on a yacht and just enjoying ourselves, enjoying what we get into this business for, the lifestyle, right? Just enjoying the lifestyle. So to get there was about 100 people, like I said. They had a few shuttle buses that took us from our hotel to the yacht, where the yacht was leaving from. And I was so excited. I'd never been on a yacht before. I've been on boats before, but nothing that you would ever call a yacht. And so I was sitting on this bus. I was sitting next to a guy I didn't really know. I didn't really speak to him because I felt this weird energy about him. But right across from him was a guy named Paul Hutchings. Now, Paul, if you ever see this video, I love you, dude. You are amazing, man. You were amazing at the live event that just happened in Vegas. And I was so thankful to meet you this weekend. But Paul, he's a great guy. I'll link to his. He does an audios that's called the Think and Grow Rich audios or Grow Rich audios. I'll link to those below this video. But Paul, a great guy. The complete opposite to the guy that I was sitting next to, had this weird, arrogant energy about him. So everyone is talking on the bus. We're all having a great time. We're all just excited to be going on this yacht, except for this one guy who's just sitting there quiet, and that's fine. Maybe he was shy, maybe whatever. So I remember getting off the shuttle bus. I hopped straight off the shuttle bus, and I jumped off right next to Paul Hutchings. And I said to Paul, because I'd spoken to Paul, I'd met him a few days before. And here's what I really loved about Paul. I met him on the Thursday night. No, it was, I met him on the Friday night. And I said, "Hey, how's it going? My name's Liam." And he told me his name was Paul. The very next day when I saw him, as soon as he saw me, he came up to me, big smile on his face, hand out, ready to shake my hand, and said, "Hey, Liam, how's it going today?" I love people like that who, they're present in the moment. When you tell them your name, they remember it because they are there with you listening. I love people like that. And again, that's something I learned from Paul, is to just really be present in the moment and to just care about people. You could tell Paul just cares about people. But anyway, back to Sunday. We hopped off this shuttle bus to go get on the yacht. And I said to Paul, "Man, I am so excited. I have never been on a yacht before. This is going to be awesome." And Paul, I remember him saying to me, "You know what? I don't think I've been on a yacht either. This is going to be great." And then the guy that I was sitting next to, this person, I don't know what his name was, but this guy who had this kind of dark energy about him, this arrogance about him. He was in front of us. He overheard what Paul and I were saying, and he turned around and said, "Yeah, you know what? It's not that special. A yacht is just a big boat." And in my head, I'm like, well, by definition, of course it is, yeah. But in my head, I'm just thinking, dude, are you really that ungrateful? We didn't have to pay for this yacht. We didn't have to pay for the food on this yacht. We had to buy our drinks, but that's about it. Most people weren't drinking. I had a few. But he turned around and said, "Yeah, it's not really that special. A yacht is just a big boat." And Paul and I, we kind of just looked at each other. And usually, I've got a big mouth. I find it hard to keep quiet. But because Paul was there, I didn't want to start any shit. I was just like, okay, let the guy go be angry. So that day, we hopped on this yacht, and I had an amazing time. Again, I've never been on a yacht before. I'd never been to Miami before. I felt like an absolute superstar. And we're all on this yacht. We're all having drinks. We're all having food. We're all having an amazing time, making videos together, just meeting new people, and just building relationships. So all of us, we're doing videos with each other. I met some of my best friends on this yacht trip. We're making videos. We're just talking. We're just building relationships, like I just said. And everyone just is seemingly having an amazing time. Everyone has smiles on their faces. Everyone has a drink in their hand. Everyone is just talking about business, talking about life, talking about all sorts of different things. But this guy who has been on a yacht before and it's nothing special because it's just a big boat. This guy who had this dark energy about him, who didn't want to talk to anyone on the bus, who didn't want to talk to anyone unless he was trying to prove how good he was. He was on this boat, or this yacht, really, this big boat, according to him, which was obvious. That's what a yacht is. Of course it is, dude. You're not saying anything new. But while everyone else is talking, having a great time, sharing stories, building relationships, doing videos together, just having fun, this guy was in the corner of the yacht. He set up his camera on a tripod, and he was just doing videos by himself. He didn't talk to anyone that entire day. He didn't ask anyone else to be in his videos. He just wanted to be just egotistical, and he just wanted to be arrogant. And here's the truth. I know just from looking at him that he wasn't doing anything special in his business. He wasn't doing anything at all because of that arrogance. He could not get past himself and past his ego to a point where he opened up and let other people in. And look, this business is a people business. And one of the greatest examples of learning that is from Paul. Again, he is such an open, friendly, happy, amazing guy that knows exactly what he's talking about. And then you have this other guy, this no-name dude who I'm sure isn't even building a business anymore because with that kind of attitude, you just can't do it. So I want to put to you to start being a little bit more modest, to kind of drop the ego if you have one, and to just be humble again. Just be humble, be open, be friendly, and just be humble. And I promise you, when you do that, your business is going to move so much, ahead, so much faster when you just drop the ego. When you just start being humble again, just like Paul Hutchings. Now, Paul, again, if you see this video, you're awesome, man. I was so happy to meet you. I need to speak to you more often. If you want to check out Paul, I don't know this other guy. I'm not going to link to him, but if you want to check out Paul and what he does, I'm going to link to his audios below that you can go and get his audios absolutely for free. Paul is a great guy. You want to learn from him, and I'll see you again in the next video. I've got a bunch more videos to make today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share on your social media, leave a comment below this video, and just let me know, have you been has there been points that you've been too egotistical and you know that you need to drop it? You need to be a bit more modest. You need to be a bit more humble. Or has it happened before you've met someone that it actually made you laugh at how egotistical they were? You know, it was just like overboard. And let me know too. Have you been on a big boat before? Have you been on a yacht before? Because I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. I'd love to swap yacht stories as well. So again, go ahead, like this video if you liked it, share it on your social media networks, your social sites, leave a comment below, and I'll see you again in the very next video. All right, peace.